In this video, we're going to be using Murphy and McNeil Glen to Glen and the Gillette Fatboy razor. Stay tuned. Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And today we're going to be using for the first time Murphy and McNeil Glen to Glen, which has a really pleasant scent. When I did the unboxing, I couldn't quite nail this scent down, but it is a really nice scent. Let's put the notes for you right there. And this is based on Green Valley, the fragrance, and it just comes together in a really pleasant way. It's not overpowering, but you can smell it. So I would call it a little short of medium off the puck, and there is a look at the puck if you're interested. But it's just really pleasant. Mandarin, bergamot, amber, musk, and some other stuff that I put on the screen. They're really, really nice. This is a tallow-based soap. I'll show you the ingredients right there. Very good quality, and I think Murphy and McNeil is quite an underrated soap. I really enjoy using it. I whipped up a great lather with it. Not hard to lather whatsoever. The price is $19.99 for 4 ounces or $4.99 an ounce on our cost chart, which is a fair price. But keep in mind, in the United States, Murphy and McNeil offers free shipping, no minimum. So if you factor that in, this is a very good value soap. It's in the Aeon base. I really enjoy using Murphy and McNeil. Again, quite an underrated product. The scent on this one is very good. The razor for today, it's been a while since I've used a vintage razor, so I pulled out the old Fatboy. This is E2, I believe, which is 1959. And we will load a Vascade blade in the Fatboy today. It's been a while since I've shown my vintage razors love. So I figure, let's get them out. Let's show them a little love, and we will open the bay doors because this is a twist open razor. Drop the blade in like so. And then before we get it locked down, one of the things that's important to mention, when you have one of these old vintage adjustable razors, you want to leave the bay doors open before you adjust it. Right now it's set on 9. Let's start, say, at 4, and then we'll adjust it up as we go. I like to do that. Some people like to do it the other way. And then we will lock the bay doors down. Once you get it all the way to where it's sort of closed up, it's another, say, quarter turn to get it locked down, and we are ready to go with our Fatboy. Another thing I want to mention is sometimes when you get a soap that's maybe it's not quite as fragrant as you like. And this one for me is just fine. It is right knocking on the door of medium, which is okay for me. But let's just say I wanted to amp up the fragrance a little bit. You just do the Doug Bear. So we have the splash here from Murphy and McNeil, Glen to Glen. I've already got an excellent bowl lather, and I will just take a couple of drops. And I know the soap makers don't like this because it can interfere with your lather. But if you've got a good lather, a few drops is not going to make that much difference, and it'll kick that scent up a little bit. And so we'll mix it up just like that, and boom, even more scent. So you can do that, and that's sort of a Doug Bear sort of trick, if you will. And let's get right to it. Let's spray the face. I will link all the products used today below. And by the way, we had that bump there, so if we open that up, no big deal. Let's get going with our Murphy and McNeil Glen to Glen. Great service at Murphy and McNeil. Great quality products. Free shipping, no minimum US. That is tremendous value when you consider what shipping costs these days. So whatever their price of their soap is, if you're in the US, you really have to consider that free shipping and that cost, because that's a really nice value. And I ordered this and Bonsai, and they threw the splash in for free. So I do want to mention that. I always want to be transparent and upfront when something is sent to me for evaluation or promotion or what have you. And we will always call it like we see it regardless. That's our obligation. But I'm telling you right now, Murphy and McNeil is just good stuff. There's just no question about it. And sometimes I don't use it as much as I should. They have a ton of scents available that are great. They put out the Barbershop de los Muertos. They're around, I don't know, Thanksgiving to the New Year, or right around, and it's just phenomenal. But they have a lot of other great scents too, so do not ignore Murphy and McNeil. A few pieces of housekeeping here. Before we get started, I want to mention we have a brand new patron, and his name is Christopher Ray. Thank you, Chris, for your support. I really appreciate that. And I want to also mention, we mentioned Subi from Subi Shaves, who's a new to video. And let's get started here. Yesterday, and I'm going to mention him again because he just has such high enthusiasm. Like he's just really enjoying his shaves, and I'm going to mention him again. We'll put his image right there for you. And he does things in a very unconventional manner, and his channel is sort of his own. He's not he's not emulating what other people do. He's just doing his own thing, sort of trailblazing. And I rather like it, so I encourage you to get over and watch Subi. And man, this Gillette Fatboy, it always hits the spot for me. All of these vintage razors, in my opinion, or most of them, let's say, are in the mild spectrum. Even when I turn this one all the way up to 10, it's not going to be super efficient relative to some of the modern razors, but it still gets the job done. When they made these, they made them right. I also want to mention Real Talk is coming up this Friday at 8 p.m. And I know there's 3 live Instagram shows stacked this week with the Canadian Mafia on Wednesday, and I think BBS Live's doing an uncorking on Thursday, and then Real Talk follows them all on Friday. So I hope you will save some time for us, because I know we're asking a lot of you with all the, especially the really long shows that are going 2-3 hours. And so I hope you'll have enough time for us on Friday. We will try to keep it relatively short. That's our commitment to you, because we understand these shows are beginning to stack up. And I wish they weren't stacking on top of each other day after day, because it's a hard ask to have people watching, live shaving content on Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, all in prime time. And I wish they weren't stacked that way, but they are. And so I just hope you'll, have a little time for each show. But us being last, it really makes it difficult, because I know, people have to spend time with their families, and those are all 3 in prime time. So, but I hope you'll join us. If you have any topics you'd like to see us discuss, I'm going to try to cut that little piece of scab off there. Sorry about that if it's gross. But anyway, hope you'll have time for us Friday night at 8. If you have anything you'd like to see us discuss, please make a comment below, and we'll add it to our list of topics if it's of interest. And as always, we thank you for considering us. We realize there's a lot of content being made now, and that's truly a wonderful thing. But with the live shows, you don't have much of a live show if you don't have an audience. And when you have these shows stacking up on each other back to back, especially multiple hours, it really asks a lot of our, the audience for these live shows it's pretty small. This is very niche hobby. And so we're really asking a lot of people, and I want to thank all of you who come around. I also want to mention the latest comment yesterday that was deleted. I'll put it up on the screen right there. Kim Gray, who's a regular viewer of the channel, her comment was deleted. And as you can see, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that comment. Sometimes YouTube blows them out. And again, I mentioned that just so you'll know that I generally do not remove those comments. They just never appear for some glitch or some quirky thing. And there's nothing in her comment there that would trigger a deletion or being held. It just wasn't there. I got the email, but no comment. So if you comment and you never see it, please don't assume I deleted it, because most likely I did not, unless it's inappropriate or something like that. And this is very important with the giveaways. When you're commenting, if you don't see your comment post, I'll make another comment. And don't worry, I have it filtered. I have the giveaway filtered where duplicate comments will be, it won't allow 2 entries, let's say, if you do it twice. So if you happen to double up on it, it's no big deal. All right, really nice lather here with the Murphy & McNeil, as you can see there, holding hydration well. This is a good quality soap that is, honestly, it does not get the praise that it deserves. It really doesn't. And I think it's fantastic, and this scent is really pleasant. When I did the unboxing, I said I thought it had some citrus in it, and it turns out it did. And then, of course, I'm going to, for the second pass, again, open the bay doors if you're going to do the adjustment. Move it up to 7 there. Close the bay doors back up and lock it down with that another quarter twist. remember to do that. Otherwise, you can mess up the mechanism of your razor if you adjust it while the bay doors are locked now. So anyway, as I was saying there just a moment ago, the Murphy McNeil, I did the unboxing. I thought there was citrus in this. And then I opened the Bonsai, and that one was very citrusy. And I was like, ooh, you know, because I love citrus. But this scent here is very nice as well. But again, I would call it not quite too medium. It's right on the outside of medium, on the inside of medium, I should say. So it's not going to be a scent that's, when you pop the top on it out of the tub, that's going to be crazy fragrant, or at least it's not for me. But it is very, very good, and I'm happy with it. And so this is definitely a keeper. It's an easygoing fragrance, I think. It's hard for me to believe this would be offensive because it's so easygoing. It's just a really nice fragrance, and the soap is quite slick, easy to work with, which is something I've been talking a lot about recently. Very easy to work with. I had no trouble whatsoever lathering it. And again, if you want to know how I lather soaps, my lather tutorials, I'll put it below. I always try to link information below for you. And I lather off cam just to save you time. Because again, we realized that, you know, it takes a lot of time to get through all the content today. So we're trying to be cognizant of that, is keep these videos at a reasonable level, not making them 30, 45 minutes, you know. Not that there's anything wrong if you make a long video like that. I'm not being critical of you. I'm just saying for me, I'm trying to keep it, you know, a little bit short. And I got to tell you, this soap today, excellent. As you can see, those aftershave drops that I put in there had no effect whatsoever on the lather. If you have a good lather already made and you put a few drops of the aftershave in there, it's not going to hurt anything. Now, if your lather is maybe, it's not great to begin with, and then, or it's thin, or it's got too much hydration in it, maybe it could, but, so, you know, if you find a soap, there's a little, maybe you want to add, let's just say it's not that it's not scented strongly enough, it's just that you want more. Make your lather, make sure you have plenty of lather, throw a few drops in there, good to go. Off to the races you go. You're getting more scent. It will not affect the lather if you have a great lather. Again, if you have a marginal thin lather that's runny or bubbly, too much air and so on, then it could affect it. So be cognizant of that. But this lather today is fantastic. No problems. I've never had a quality issue of any kind with Murphy & McNeil. And they have great service. I remember the first time, or one of the first times I ordered from Murphy & McNeil. Before we get to that thought, again, we will loosen the bay doors. And we will move this all the way up to non-maximum setting. One of the first times I ordered from Murphy & McNeil, I got a couple of soaps. And there was quite a big air bubble on the soap lid. And I just opined that it would be nice. You know, I didn't like that the air bubble was there, and I tried to get it out, and it kind of made it a mark on the label that wasn't attractive. And next thing I know, Murphy & McNeil had new caps on the way for those soaps. I didn't ask for it. I didn't expect them to do that. They just did because they care about their products. And they want to be known for having great customer service. And so that really impressed me right out of the gate with Murphy & McNeil. But again, they don't seem to get the accolades that they should. Also, I remind you, they have a used marketplace. You can go to their website and you can look at their used wares. They have a storefront where people sell used shaving products, and that's pretty cool. Very nice here, the Fatboy on 9. That's actually where I like it, and if not for the sake of just adjusting for the heck of it, I would do all 3 passes on 9. You know, that's where I like it. I do love these old vintage razors. I don't use them as much as some of the modern ones, because the modern ones tend to have a little bit more blade feel and efficiency. But I can still get an amazing shave from these old vintage razors. But I don't find the Slim or the Fatboy or any of the Gillette adjustable razors to be the least bit menacing when they're all the way up on 9. That's just me. You may think they're a little more efficient and, you know, on the aggressive side. I do not. I still find them sort of mild, but they do a great job, and they were built right. They were built to last. Because this one's from, 1959, and it's still hitting the spot. There are lots of these around still. They're more expensive than they used to be to pick up, but they're still out there on eBay and in the wild. When they built these adjustables, they built them right, and I wish that Gillette still made adjustable razors like this in the United States today, but sadly, they do not. All right. That was an outstanding shave with the Fatboy today. Let me rinse, then we'll come back and into the post. Stay tuned. And all right, we are back in off-cam. We did a warm water rinse to remove the soap, and then we applied our alum, no sting, so that was a super smooth shave. We followed the alum with a cold water rinse, and then toweled off with our Lancaster towel and applied our Thayers. This is cucumber watermelon, which is really, really nice stuff. I had a great shave today with the Murphy and McNeil Glen to Glen. Really nice, pleasant, easygoing scent. I love it. It's a keeper for me. I really enjoyed it a lot. Really enjoyed our 1959 Fatboy. Excellent shave with the Voskhod blade. I think I forgot to mention the brush using today, which is the RazoRock 400. Excellent. Of course, we used our Captain's Choice bowl, and you can see the lather in there is still very much intact, despite sprinkling a little bit of this Glen to Glen splash in it. And by the way, this was sent to me for free from Murphy McNeil. I do want to mention that again. One of the things I really like about these is the bottles are square, they're frosted, and this top has a nice sort of soft texture to it. The cap, it's kind of a unique bottle. I like it a lot. And of course, we're going to love the scent. Let's slap it on, and we'll be off to the races and having a great day today. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh man, that smells good. Whew, this is a really nice scent. I like it a lot. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way. And as always, God bless.